Hey guys, welcome back to Recovered Relics. We're here in not so sunny Alberta, in Southern Alberta, here at the Cowboy Trail once again. It's Grey Wolf, my son Rain, and me, Jody. And we're just going to have an awesome time here. Hopefully you don't get rained out. Very excited to be back at this spot. Last time we found the spoon from the early 1900s. Hoping we get something else that's going to be absolutely amazing. Join us. Keep tuned. So, first target of the day for me. Rain already pulled one of these out of the ground. These are going to come up all over the place. Yeah, just a fence staple. Nothing too crazy. But on to the next, guys. So, Rain just found something pretty cool. It's not anything precious, but it does show time. This looks like an old tin cup, maybe? Water cup can? Not sure. There's like a glazing on the bottom of that, which is kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, it's definitely got some age to it. Maybe it was, maybe they stopped here along this Cowboy Trail and had a little snack. This could be the remnants that accompanies that old spoon. You never know. Could have ate beans out of this thing. Cool. Good find. Man, I just found some barbed wire. And that rang up just like typical iron, but I wasn't sure what I was getting into. You gotta dig everything on this path, on this trail. You just don't know what's coming next. But yeah, there we go. I actually do have a little legend at home from a work buddy of mine that might help me identify the year of this. So that's pretty cool. We'll go on from there. Sweet. Oh, Rain just found this. It's just standard large nut. Square nut. Nothing too spectacular, but hey, we'll take anything right now. The finds aren't coming very fast, so yeah, there you go. Alright, so I just got come on now. I don't know if this is gonna focus for me or not. Anyway, old bullet, white. It's been in the ground for a long time. Just a 22, nothing too special. On to the next. Alright, Rain just found another cool piece. This, I thought, we were thinking it might have been a handle to something, but then looking at it, I don't know if you could see. Come on. It's not gonna do it. There's serrated edges on this thing, but it's not auto-focusing very well. Oh, there we go. You can see the serrated edge on that. So I'm thinking it was used to cut, but I'm just not sure what application that is. But that's neat. Another cool find. On to the next. So I'm not sure what this is. Well, I got my hand away again there, sorry. Not sure what this is. It is shaped to some extent. It's iron. Looks like this piece went on the end of that there. And then kind of beveled along this, the top side. Or it's broken. Not sure. But anyway. It came out of the ground. On to the next. Well, got a carriage bolt of a particular size. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, don't know. Anyway, on to the next. Well, it's cold out here, and the finds aren't too many. That I don't know what this is. It looks like tin, but it beeped up a 76 on the AT Pro. And that's definitely not a tin sound. And it's hard. It's really hard. Silvery. It's not silver per se. Lead maybe? I don't know. Really weird. Anyway, just found that. On to the next. Alright, well, in my hand, looks like it's a piece of whiskey bottle. I don't know, like old bottle glass. And then a piece of, a piece of tin, like a tin cup or something. Anyway, Grey Wolf just got that out of the ground. He's trying his new machine. It's been working pretty good so far, although not a whole lot here so far. Yeah, I'm just going to pan out here and just show you. This is the trail. You can see it really well right now, but just keeps going and going. So cool. On to the next. Well, there's a hole for you. That was way down there. I pulled out of there this. So, that's got age. I don't know how old that is. Tin can lid. To what? Who knows? Still pretty cool. On to the next. Well, some of you might know this story from the last time we were on the Cowboy Trail, and I was talking about the carriage that I thought had a broken spring. Well, is this part 2? Are we going to find the same thing and find a spoon down the way when they dropped it after having their meal? That is definitely a carriage spring. Carriage bolt number 2. Yeah, maybe this did come off a wagon. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Hey guys, so welcome to the wrap-up. We had a fantastic day out on the Cowboy Trail. It was a little bit windy and rainy, but we still had a fantastic time. It's always nice to get out in Southern Alberta and enjoy nature. We're just going to get to the wrap-up right now and just show you what we got. So folks, this is the beginning of the wrap-up for you. As usual, right here we have our junk pile. So many of these fence clips, nails, whatever you want to call them, were found. But that's typical. I mean, we're talking about a farm, and it has been farmed for quite some time. Just junk, but nothing out of the ordinary. What I am going to do is I'm going to start kind of over on this side here, and then work my way across, I should say. So this is off of machinery, of course, like a chain-driven machinery. Quite modern, I would imagine. Nothing too old, probably from the 50s. It's pretty bound up, but you would expect that after about 70 years. Then this tin can lid. I think this has got some age to it. Who knows how old that is. I couldn't find any markings on it at all. It is pretty roached, but yeah, so that's neat. Who knows? Could have been holding the beans for somebody as they were out on the Cowboy Trail. Then we got this. I thought this was actually fence wire, but I think this was actually meant to latch something together, although you never know. it just doesn't have that appearance of fence wire to me, like barbed wire. But anyway, thought that was of interest. We're gonna go over this way. It amazes me we can be way out in the middle of nowhere on a cowboy trail from the 1900s and find a modern fitting. I'm flabbergasted sometimes. Just don't get it. But anyway, shows you that people are everywhere. So let's just continue on here. Now, these are of some interest. Why? They're just standard bolts. Standard nut, which I believe this nut goes to that bolt, and this nut goes to that bolt. The reason why is because the square nut, and I did a little bit of research on this, it's believed to have gone out of style, not out of production or use, but out of style in the early 1900s. It fits the Cowboy Trail, meaning that this was probably used while on a carriage or something of that nature, and then that would have went on here. Most likely that broke on the end, and voila, you have it lost. Same idea with these. See how that's square on the end? Now everything is hexagonal in nature. I did pick this up. The only reason why I kind of kept it is because it gave a really good sound. So it's just a teaching tool that, you know, you think you got something really nice, and you got good old washer. Found a piece of lead that at first I was like, well, that's just melted lead. But if you look at it, there's a squished bullet right there. Man, that hit something hard. Anyway, got some age to it. It's nice and white. Lead turns white after quite some time. I'm going to go here. Let's see if we can get this in focus. Do you see the sheen on that? That is melted copper. I am believing that this may have been thrown in a fire as, I don't know, maybe the top of a bottle. Could have been off of a whiskey bottle or something. Who knows? I don't particularly know, but it is definitely thin melted brass. And I found a couple of chunks, as you see here. Going on to things of interest. It's not really that interesting. I don't know why that's there. Probably just forgot to put it back there, but in the junk. Nonetheless, this is as hard as a rock. It seems to be aluminum to me. It's definitely not silver, although it rang up kind of weird. It may be nickel. I'm not entirely sure, but it has definitely been pounded down and then I think melted a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what this is. Guesses, anybody? Anyway, interesting. Your standard 22 with a 22 casing. Then moving over to some more interesting things right here. You see this? I'll get my shadow out of the way. See this here? This looks like a blade. I'm pretty sure it's an old iron blade to a knife that I found. And I found the piece right next to it. I'm positive that's what that is, with the shape that it is. So that's really neat. Meaning that we probably got two utensils from the Cowboy Trail. If you remember our first time on the Cowboy Trail, we found that huge spoon. So maybe they're cutting up their meat or bread or something with that. Who knows? Nonetheless, very neat. Going on, we found this before, similar to this anyway, on the Cowboy Trail. And this is most definitely, if you can see the curve to that, a piece of the suspension of the carriage. It's a leaf spring of some sort. And I would imagine this was holding something like that in. Although that looks really big for that. Nonetheless, it was found very close to each other, and we were pretty excited to find that. Very neat. Then we got this strange find. I believe Rain found this. If we look at this really closely, it's got a serrated edge on it. Do you see that? That serrated edge? Just so strange. Like, it looks like it's a cutting tool of some sort. But it's definitely shaped for purpose. Just not sure what it is. Nonetheless, there you go. So that's pretty cool. And then the find of the day. Rain pulled this out of the ground. We weren't sure what it was. Maybe we thought it was a bowl. But at further inspection, we realized we had in our hands an old tin cup. It is enameled, or was. I don't know if that will focus in, my goodness. Up here at the very top, you can see there's just pieces of enamel. It's blue in color. You can kind of see the enamel on the bottom there. Blue in color. I'm going to get Micah to insert in here a picture of what I believe it would have looked like, or similar to, in the time period. So that is very neat. 1900s for sure, 100%. Maybe they were eating their beans out of that. Who knows? Definitely probably getting a drink of water at some point. But yeah, such a cool thing to find. It's too bad. We tried to bend it back, but it's just too brittle. So it will remain in its shape, and hopefully we'll have it for some time. Maybe display it a little bit. Let's see if I can get closer to the enamel without getting... There we go. Maybe focus. Nah, it's not going to work for us. But anyway, nonetheless, so there you go. Just so cool. Sorry guys, just trying to zoom back out. And anyway, so that's it. That's the wrap up. We had such a fun time. We're excited to go back out. We're excited to continue this season doing everything that we love to do, which is go out and showcase Southern Alberta properties and just see what lifestyle was like back then. Saving some history, having some fun. Guys, join us on this journey. Like, subscribe. Yeah, we're just excited to have you along. Recovered Relics. See you on the next one.